So I decided to make a little metallic version of these colors, since I have metallic. It's not very metallic. It's called Iridescent paint. This is Turquoise Flash by Shuttle Art. I have some markers by Shuttle Art, and I have some pens by Shuttle Art. Turquoise Flash. They didn't have a lighter pink, so I had to do hot pink flash, which I might add some white to that. Shake them up a bit. It says to shake them up just in case some of this stuff settles. Then you won't get as good of a sheen, light shifting sheen. Lavender Flash and lemon yellow, like from last time. It says color change acrylic paint by Shuttle Art. I got these on sale. I believe it's 19. 20 color changing paints for 19. And before the Amazon Prime deals, they have a larger paint set of acrylics, but they're not iridescent color change. And I think they have a metallic set. I'm not sure, but these are supposed to be waterproof and multi-purpose, fast drying and color changing. I'm gonna pause it while I get these open. All right, gonna be using the brushes that came with it. It's gonna be a little bit wider area, so I'm not gonna use the skinny one, little skinny one that I use on my other painting that I'm working on. This says 10, kind of a square bristle. Shuttle Art 10. Try to make a small, tiny dab of this stuff. Make sure I screwed it on. Okay. That came with stoppers so they wouldn't leak during transit. Not sure how much of I need. Probably a little bit more than that. My idea is to make like a almost galaxy-like pattern, but I haven't tried to do it with paint before, so it's going to be a new experience as well as something new for you guys to see on my channel. Trying to keep my paints clean without getting it. I don't like it when it gets all over the top. This stuff is supposed to be waterproof, so it's not like you can just wash it off, so you gotta be careful when not to let it dry. Put that over there. Do a yellow. It's better to do too little paint, because I can always add more to it, than to do too much. And the hot pink one. Should have dusted this before because I forgot I had this sitting up. Don't want that stuff in my paint. Lint, fluff, dust. Alright. Gonna do a little bit less of the pink because I'm gonna mix it with white. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the iridescence, because it claim that you can. Just in case I forgot to stir this one. I mean shake this one. Maybe the hot pink too. It claims that you can mix it with other paints. I'm gonna have acrylic white. This is a lavender color. Might use more blue because I want the background to be more dark than bright colored. So the blue is going to be the dominant background. Alright. Got my water. Got my brush. No white. I always use that white if I don't mix it too much with the other colors to keep my letters. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to make the washi tape and then paint the background of this, and these letters are going to stay white. I'm going to be bold and put the paints right on my art. Alright. Let's see. I guess I'll just, most of the time with acrylics, you can layer them. So I'm going to attempt to do that. And I see that this paint is very see-through. When they showed it on the, when they showed the paint on the advertisement, they showed it being used to paint with, and it didn't seem to be this see-through. So I guess it's one of those paints that you gotta, they expect you to layer because of the iridescence. I don't want it to be too smooth because it's supposed to be like a galaxy appearance. Oops. My control with my hands are not as good as they used to be. Very jerky and shaky. Guess I will need a lot of the blue. Do this edge a little bit more careful. Try to do this whole edge so that I don't completely mess up the whole other washi tape with other colors. need a darker purple to mix with it to make it darker. Pause it for a bit. Okay, I'm gonna try this blue violet. This is called Black Flash. It looks kind of brown in the bottle, but that's the iridescence effect. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna add some black to the blue. I just want some of it to be light blue, but like quite a few places to be kind of like a darker color. Get my hands. Yeah. Just in case I do need some of the black, put the black here. Try not to let this dry on the brush. I'm glad they sent brushes with this, because if it's supposed to be waterproof, you got to get it off the brush while it's wet. And you can see it staining the brush. See what effect that gives me. Definitely need it to be darker. This stuff is so see-through. I'm actually going to have to do it in layers. I did not expect this paint to be so see-through. Not sure why it's so see-through. Scoot up, get it on my desk. Switch to the other color for a little bit. On some of the areas it's more dry where the blue is. That's not so bad having the blue come through that, because it's just supposed to be like flicks of color in the blue. It looks pink. It does dry pretty fast. Look, it's not mixing with this paint. And don't want to flick it onto the other wash it. Well, I kind of like that brush strokes like that. A little bit of black in there. And so I don't mess it up. Pure colors. A little bit more of the darker purple. Since the blue is the background now, I can just cover up that blue with the other color because that background's completely painted in. Where's my brush? See if I can speed up this part and you just watch me throw my colors down on the palette. I mean on the washi tape. My idea is somebody's doing some type of construction over on the other side of the wall. I'm in an apartment. I'll start painting in it, make the sound. Alright, now that I almost used everything up, let's see if I can add a few flicks in here. Nope. It's not going to give me the effect I'm looking for. But it will be shiny. If my camera hadn't cut out on me, I would have had this done before they started that construction. This has to be done in 2 parts because it has to be layered. What I should have did, I probably didn't plan to do this when I originally started this, but the best thing I could have did was to paint all this in the background and then, you know, trace over the letters, paint it in the background, then go over it with white. Turned out, oh yeah, I still do need the white because I gotta make star appearance. As I can see most of that, so I'll go back over that. This time I use my skinny brush with the white paint on it. Okay. While I wait for that to dry, I'm gonna cut the camera. Alright. So let some of it dry so now you can actually see the colors. Hopefully you can see the words well enough. Alright, now I'm going to go over the middle, thin it out a little bit so I can see the words. Starting with the blue background does make it look a little prettier. But I still managed to do what I wanted to do. I should have used my smaller brush when I got to the flowers, so I wouldn't end up covering them over. But this is a learning experience. I haven't done a lot of acrylic paint and marker before. A little bit more yellow in there. Just a tiny little bit. So it's gonna have to dry. So I'm going to start putting some stars in before I run out of room to record. I hit a wet spot. There we go. Now the rest of it I'm going to do with paint. Make sure I got this unclogged. Tested. So it doesn't get clogged with paint because I hit a wet spot. Alright. Get my small brush out. little yellow in there. I need to toss a little more yellow in here. Clean this off. I guess I'll just pick the noisy day to record. Get some of that white. Dot, dot, dot. Making this one more clustered over here. Like you sometimes see in the sky, there's extra clustered stars. All kinds of sizes. Put a lot of little dots, over here. Kind of feather it out at the edges. Alright. It's easier to control it with the white gel pen, but I didn't want to mess up with my only gel pen I had. And I don't have a white acrylic marker. Found out the set that I have has no white in it. Has all the other colors but white. It was a cheap set, so I guess I didn't expect them to think about everything. I forgot about the comment. Need a little bit more yellow for that. I have this big, not so clear spot on the outside. All the gases that are burning on the outside. Alright. My painted washi tape is all done. Put some stars in this one. Now I'm going to paint the words in and cut back and show you what it looks like. This is my finished product. Life is a journey. Fill it with sights to see. Here's my comic. I fixed it a little bit. Now all I have to do is cut these out. Make sure to put them on some type of background that's not very sticky so that I can have them easily accessible later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.